Are you actually happy about a limited truck driver career? Are you actually happy about a limited truck driver career? Stay on this video, and I'm gonna tell you about my experiences with the limits, and I'm gonna tell you what I did to overcome those limits in the truck driver, in my career as a truck driver. You see, when I first started driving, there were no limits. We could work as we wanted to. Now, just so you know, DOT regulations were formed right about 1965 or 66. I started driving right about 1981. So there was not a lot of limitations placed on us because we were free to make the income that we wanted to make as drivers, and we were free to work as we wanted to work as far as time flexibility. Now, the reason why that control is being placed in the trucking industry, don't think that it's because they want you to actually be safe. Yes, they want you to be safe, but the reason why you have limits placed on you in your truck driver career is because before these limits were started being inserted in 2010, we were able to work as we wanted to work and not actually be controlled for how much work we were doing. And when you control how much work can be done by a truck, then you control how much income a truck can produce, which then means that you control how much of a life a driver can have as an employee or as an owner-operator. There is a solution to get past that control. See, I'm at home. I'm no longer out there driving. You read the Blog Money Trucker story, you'll read what happened to me. I had an auto accident that was caused by a deer. I thought it was very tragic because I lost my health, my wealth, my trucks, my family suffered. And I lost everything. But I learned how to make money through the internet in the trucking industry. I learned this because I saw how trucking companies were advertising on the internet to get drivers to come to them. And at the same time, they were advertising other things to drivers to get drivers to buy. So if drivers understand that, they can do the same thing. You see, DOT regulations are being placed on us as a form of control to not just control the income you make, but to control your life. We were taught in a system, a system of education. And if you read the book, Dumbing Us Down, if you look on my blog, you'll see where I have a link to that. Also, a link to that on the video about dumbing us down. You see, we were taught to do as you're told. We were not taught that we can think for ourselves and have a life for ourselves. We were not taught to be concerned about how you feel when you're doing something, even though you do have feelings. We were taught that no matter what, get the job done. See, when you don't like how something feels, that means you don't want to do it. But if you are taught to do it anyway, instead of thinking about ways that you can do things to benefit you, what happens is that you can then have control of your life. I have control of my life. Don't you want control of yours? Now, are you actually happy with the limits that placed on you in your career as a truck driver? I wasn't. And if you understand that you can create your own life, you don't have to be compelled, you don't have to be controlled, you don't have to be handled by DOT regulations. You can be able to do what you want to do and still be a driver, but be free mentally. You see, it got to a point for me to where as a driver, I felt like, even though I was the only one in the truck, I felt like that I had someone watching over my shoulder all the time, because those DOT regulations were inserted into the trucking industry, and it started controlling everything we could and could not do. And it's like you were being watched. And now that they are inserting electronic logbooks on trucks, they're really controlling what you can and can't do. Now, if you like being controlled, then I really don't understand that, because you're not an object, you are a human being. Why be treated like an object? Why be paid like an object? Why would you want to go through that When you cannot live like an object, if you live like an object, you're going to be homeless. You have an opportunity. There is to understand the solution to having your career. You don't have to be controlled. You don't have to stay in that mindset of control through regulations. You don't have to go through the control that you were taught you had to accept during the time you were growing up. That system of control, that mindset of control, that way of feeling was so that you can have your life controlled by someone else instead of you understanding that it's up to you to create your life. You can learn how to do that. Although you were not taught, like you were taught how to accept being controlled, you can be taught how to have your own life. I'm Tyree, the Blog Money Trucker. I'm your trucking industry super entrepreneur. Are you actually happy with the limits in your truck driver career? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video. And if you're on Facebook, go to Tyree Thomas Jr. page and like my page. You can also get a blog if you like, and I'll show you how to make money online. Follow me on social media, and I'll be sure to follow you back. Also, I do webinars to help you understand how to get away from that mindset of control so that you won't be controlled and stuck in a trucking industry that's not meant for you to prosper, but yet meant for you to be controlled so that it can prosper off your life. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration is everlasting. I want to tell you, Paul said to Agrippa in the book of Acts, I think myself happy. That's what you do. If you want to be happy, if you're not happy with this system of control that's been placed on you in the trucking industry, click the link below. Subscribe to my blog. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get a blog, and I'll help you understand how you can escape the limits of being controlled in your truck driver career. Tyree the Blog Money Trucker, your trucking industry super entrepreneur here at home enjoying life. I would love to help you do the same. Thank you, and be blessed.